pregnancy, it's inevitable that the topic of C-section versus vaginal birth will come up. And to ensure a fair and balanced discussion, we have moms who have had vaginal births and moms who have had C-sections. Welcome, moms.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. And so, first, I want to ask you, Tiaya.
Yes.
Your son's 12, right?
Yes.
Okay, and that was a vaginal birth.
Vaginal birth. I didn't know if I was going to make it through though.
Oh, okay. So
he has a really big head.
Right, but it was always your intention, right, to have the vaginal birth. That
Yes.
was, and you did make that.
Yes.
Okay, and so also Karen, you also had.
Yes.
Now you have.
A 9-year-old girl.
You have a 9-year-old girl. I have a 9-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And so that was also a vaginal birth.
It
and
was
was
a
that
vaginal
what you had
That
planned?
was my choice. I said it from the beginning that I wanted to have a vaginal birth, no drugs, no nothing,
And you made it through.
and I made it through.
Okay, Cassandra, can you tell us your situation, because you've done both, right?
Right. I actually have 4 kids. I have an 11-year-old, an 8-year-old, and I have twins that are 4. My labor was induced. That's not what I wanted, but the doctor said that the babies were too big.
And so what about the C-section?
The C-section that I have with the twins is because I had another C-section within the year.
Okay, right, so it was a high-risk situation. So
Right.
You did yours natural. Did you do it at a birthing center?
I had her at Beth Israel with a midwife and a doula. But
Oh, I didn't have a doula, but I had a midwife. And I have a 9-year-old daughter as well, who I had naturally. And I did it at a hospital that had a birthing room in it. But like I wanted to know that upstairs I could go up to the 11th floor if I have to.
Right.
But I managed to have, I was very, very fortunate, and I did not have a long labor, so I was able to do what I had wanted to do with both children in the same room.
Nice.
Strangely enough, with the same midwife. So was there anything that you were more concerned about?
Right.
I
It
don't know
was
what my
a
situation
really long labor, and he was already late. He was about 4 or 5 days late. Just the tension of that alone. You're anticipating
Oh,
this
God.
baby, and then they're telling you similar situation. Oh, you're having a big baby. They told me my baby was going to be 9 pounds.
Oh.
So he was 8'7", and that's still big enough.
Yeah.
I was much thinner then. But I did have a lot of anxiety leading up to that point, but I really wanted to stick to my guns and make sure that I pushed him out.
And I think it's so important that women understand that however your situation is, your delivery is, as long as you're having a safe delivery, that's the most important thing. Is there anything that any of you would have any way you would have handled things different, or your attitude differently?
I had very simple, vain reasons why I didn't want to do it any other way. Like, I need to make sure that I can get back in the gym. I need to make sure my back doesn't hurt. I need to make sure that I can get this weight off.
Do you give any advice or thoughts to
I think
expecting moms?
everything you can helps, but it can also be a little intimidating to just have so much to read. Relax and know that your body was made to do this, and that there's no shame in that.
Right.
I did learn later that there is a thing called a push prize. I didn't get one of those. Does anybody know about a push
What's
prize?
that?
Prize.
If you have a vaginal birth,
Uh-huh.
that you get a prize from your husband or your mate or whatever for pushing the baby out. And so I think that probably did cause some of the.
Where's my
Obviously,
push
you didn't get
prize?
you're owed 2 prizes.
I am owed 2 prizes. I definitely am owed 2 push prizes. No, what about you?
I think it's really important, especially with Black and brown women in this community, to get the right health care.
Right, that's a really good one. I think we got so much information, learned so much about all of your unique experiences. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
For more information on today's episode, log on to our website at madamenoire.com/mommyinchief.